What's up, everybody? It's Ross Quintana, and today we're on day 3 of New Year's. And so this little series that I'm doing is about New Year's energy. And so we already covered the fact that energy will not take you to all the way to your goals because you're going to need discipline. At the end of the day, it's unlikely that the time it's going to take you to achieve your goals is going to happen before your energy runs out. And so if you're planning on using energy as your fuel in order to achieve goals, and there's this great phenomenon, if you didn't watch my other video, you can go watch it. But the great phenomenon is that every year, at the beginning of the year, across the planet, across cultures, across countries, New Year's is something that almost everybody understands. They get it on the calendar. And what happens is they have this new energy and this new focus. And from that new energy and focus, they start to try and make changes in their life. They try and lose weight, stop smoking, have better relationships, make more money, whatever it is, go back to school, all these kind of things. And so because you have maybe one of the most productive times of the year across all of the planet, that's a crazy thing to think about. So it's not just you, it's not just your goals, it's 8 billion people. A lot of them, not all of them obviously, but a lot of them sitting there and thinking about how can I be more productive? How can I make change? And change is at the core of this. And so what I'm trying to do is help you actually make that change. Because what you'll find out is that within the first 3 days, there's already people falling off. By the end of the week, there'll be more people. It's probably, we're talking in the millions. Going from day 2 to day 3, it's possible 100,000 people gave up on their goals of the things that they want to accomplish for the new year. So when you put in that perspective, it's both an amazing thing that all of these people are trying to make a positive change, this massive move forward in all of society. But on the backside of that, there's also massive failure. And so what I'm trying to do is help you understand how you cannot be part of that group and be part of the group that achieves your goals. And so one of the things that you'll figure out is that energy, instead of investing it towards a goal, not getting there far enough and then failing, what you'd be better to do is say, if I invest that energy into the discipline, so it doesn't matter at the end of a week or at the end of 3 days, did I identify the most key things, the 80-20 principle of the things that are going to make the difference and take me to my goal? Once I identify those important things, that if I only did that thing and nothing else, that would give me the maximum amount of results. Now, what you can do is you could take that thing, pour in that energy and that focus that you have in the new year into the discipline, not in the goal, into the discipline. That way, at day 2, you had the discipline of 2 days. At day 3, you now have built. Unlike energy, which fades over time, discipline gets stronger over time. The more you do something, the more strengthened that discipline is. And so it's a better goal to reach. So now if I pour that energy into getting the discipline on the things that matter, that formula right there could have massive impacts on your life. So that's what I want to help you do. Now, when you focus on that, we're at day 3. So at day 3 of New Year's energy, right? Some people have already quit. Some people are starting to fall off because they're shooting for the goal that's a little bit too far away from them instead of shooting for discipline. Every day that you take one more action heading towards your goals, you've achieved success at discipline. If you don't acknowledge that, and if you don't recognize that, the fact is, those results and knowing that you're building the discipline to take you the rest of the way there, if you see the results and you celebrate the fact that you're on day 3 now and you do another action, doesn't matter what size, to move towards your goals, if you do that, you're going to be invigorated because you're going to realize, and your brain's going to realize more importantly, that you're achieving the goal of discipline. If you're saying, oh, I want to, lose 20 pounds, well, you're not going to do that on day 3. So your brain's going to tell you you're failing, be discouraged, lose enthusiasm, lose focus. So you really have to train your brain. It's like somebody walking a dog. If you've seen people walking a dog, sometimes the dog is pulling the owner, right? And other times the dog is walking next to the owner, right? So the question is your brain pulling you? Are you the one on the leash? Or do you got your brain on the leash? Are you training it, right? Because it will train you if you don't train it. And the problem is usually when it's training you, when it's leading, it's going to work against you. Just as an example right there. So get that stuff right. We're day 3. So now's the time to say, okay, I've got 3 days. If you messed up and you didn't do something on day 2, pick it up on day 3. Again, the great thing is that for discipline, you want it to be consecutive, but it doesn't have to be consecutive. So if you went from not working out at all, a month goes by, you didn't work out one time. Then you get into the New Year's and you work out on day 1, you got a lot of energy and excitement, but you kind of slack off, you get busy. Day 2, you come back. Day 3, it's okay because you come back in, and now in those 3 days, right? Day 1, you had 100%. Day 2, that 100% went down to 50% of results. Day 3, you add that, and now you're back to 60%. You're moving the percentages back. And as a matter of fact, if you drop the ball, if you get off track, which can happen, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about that. Yes, we would love if you would do the goal, stay with the goal 100%. But you don't need 100% to win. Everybody who's successful, those people aren't the people who never took a day off, who never made a mistake, who never had a bad day, who never forgot to do something. That's just not reality. The best people in the world, just like you, make mistakes, drop the ball, get back on the horse, start moving forward. So the point here is that don't beat yourself up on a loss that already happened. Get back on the horse, get back up there and starting to do it. Take another action today so that you're moving forward, because even if you missed a day and then you come back, you've already worked out then or done whatever it is you're working towards your goal 2 times, right? That's more. That's double what you did at 0, in the month before. So my encouragement to you is keep focused, check back in. I'm going to be doing this series. I feel like this would be a good series maybe for the whole month of January, is every day, because we need somebody. We need a workout buddy. We need somebody encouraging us, refocusing our mind, being there to give us long enough time to have the muscles built of discipline, because it's a muscle, right? It's a skill. You need time to develop that. And if you can just get over that time, I always say, the make it or break it space in success is the time you start to the time you start getting results. However long that gap is, whatever that is, that's why I focus on discipline, because discipline allows you success during that time where you're trying to get the results of your goal. So you don't need to focus on goal, focus on the things that will take you to the goal. Get disciplined on doing those things. If you fall down, get back up, and you'll make it to your goal. You'll be just fine, and you'll amaze yourself what you're doing. The one way you succeed is to stop getting back on track. So if you stop and you make the habit of going back to old you that did it 0 times in a month, 0 times in a year, that's where you fail. So as long as you're not doing that, and you really don't have to accept defeat until December 31st of 2024. So I don't care if you fall off for a month and you come back and you get in the last 2 weeks, you did it. You still did more than the year before. So celebrate your wins, stay on track as best you can. And if you like this series, please like, share, and let me know in the comments, because, I'm taking time out of my life where I could be building my life to create content to help other people, which I think is a noble cause. But one of the things that people should do, if you're consuming content, you're finding value in it, then the least that people can do is leave the comment, tell the people, hey, this is adding value in my life, because that becomes the fuel for the content creators. Say, you know what? This is meaningful. Spending hours editing, doing all this stuff is meaningful to other people. And even if it's not necessarily for me, then I could see the value in continuing to put out more and more. So anyway, I appreciate you. Stay tuned. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you find value in this content. If there's things specifically you want me to address or talk about, then let me know, and I can address those in future videos or future video ideas. Let me know. I appreciate you. Be amazing today. Don't have limited thinking. You're 100 times more amazing than you understand. You just have to find that version of yourself. Until next time, I will see you later.